Just got back from King of the Hammers. Been gone for, well, week and a half now. I was gone for a week. I lost track of time. It's easy to do when you're out in the desert. Anyways, we're back in the shop, and some really nice equipment showed up that I'm very excited to show you guys about. Kind of teased you about it in the shop tour video, but it's here. Let's take a look at it. What in tarnation is this thing? Well, it's a lift. A BendPak XPR 10 XLS with low profile arms, to be specific. Might not look like it right now, but that's what it's going to look like, and that's what it's going to be when it's assembled. So this thing is supposed to be going up this coming weekend, and that's going to be a huge, huge relief to have this thing in here. I've been extremely lucky to have access to a lift for most of the time that I've been interested in working on cars, and it's just been a game changer. So to have one here is very important. I'm really looking forward to having this thing installed, and it'll pick up pretty much whatever we need. Cars, trucks, Crown Vics, side-by-sides, you can do whatever with this thing. So that's gonna be very, very good to have, getting installed and, well, within the next week. So that'll be nice. It's really gonna make working on things here a lot easier, provide better content instead of having to deal with angles like this pointing up and ones like that. And no, this is a really nice piece of equipment. And honestly, if you guys have, well, even if you don't have a garage, I mean, things are a lot more expensive now than they were the past couple of years, pretty much with everything. But if you have the money and can get a lift, it's one of the best pieces of equipment anyone can have for working on cars. There are cheaper models out there if you only have, cars or whatever that you're working on. So if you can get yourself a lift, it will change the way you work on cars. It'll change the way you look at cars. It'll change everything about working on cars for the better. I mean, I probably wouldn't like cars as much as I do if I didn't have access to a lift for as long as I did. Sucks to say, but that's a fact. Great piece of equipment. That's my advice for today. Buy yourself a lift if you can. And for those of you who have always worked on jack stands, kudos to you guys. You're braver than I am. All right, let's go take a look at this other piece of equipment. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm just gonna do a little unboxing on this lift and see what it's all about. Maybe throw my back out, hopefully not, but should save some time for when our installation guy comes in to put the lift in. So get everything laid out and see what everything looks like. Well, we got everything unpacked and standing up. Expert help, thank you. And these things seem a lot taller than they were when they were laying on the ground. And this is I think this is the tall model. It has these extensions that go on top of the post, so it's gonna be pretty close to the ceiling. Like I said, didn't look like it when it was on the packaging on the ground. It turns out that took quite a bit to get those things out of there, but a couple people, we got it done. Why don't we go outside and take a look at this next piece of equipment that showed up. So you might say a lift. Well, that's not really that exciting. But what is exciting? Horsepower, torque, numbers, big ones. I got just the thing for measuring that. Yep, you guessed it. It's a dyno. And more specifically than that, it's a DynoJet 224X. So this unit's capable of 2,000 horsepower, 2,000 foot-pounds of torque. None of my cars are gonna have to worry about maxing this thing out yet. This is the in-ground model, so we got to get a pit dug for this thing and set it on in there. So this is gonna be a great piece of equipment and necessary for this tuning program that we're hoping to launch pretty soon. I'm going to be having my friend Matt Sanford from Sky Tuning handling our tuning remotely. He's going to be a great addition to making some horsepower here in Bay City. And then we have another piece of equipment to go with this right over here. So a dyno by itself is good for getting your horsepower and torque numbers, but dynos have the capability to do more than just show horsepower and torque. One of the most important, if not the most important thing in a tune is the drivability of the vehicle. So anyone can make big power numbers, but drivability is what takes a lot of time. So this is an eddy current brake, and almost think of it as simulating road conditions. You don't have this big drum just freewheeling. This puts a little bit of a load on, and like I said, can simulate driving down the road, part throttle drivability, etc. So this is going to be a very good component to assist with people getting the very best tune they can for their car. So excited to get this thing going. With that, we got to get this pit situation figured out. I kind of showed you guys where this stuff's going to be going. Son, sorry about that. It's going to be going in that back room over there. We got to get that all framed in and stuff. But yeah, having this stuff, it's very cool, and you guys just deserve the best. And I think I'm working with the best. We have good equipment here, so really looking forward to getting this stuff going. And I really just want to put my stuff on there too, specifically that thing. So that's it for this video. Just thought I would share some of my excitement for this super cool new shop equipment we're getting here. Very excited to be able to start using this stuff, and hopefully, like I said, helping you guys out. So probably month and a half out from getting the dyno going, and yeah, I don't know, probably have some sort of open house deal here once everything's up and running. If you guys want to come out and check it out, stay tuned for dates on that. And as always, if you need any UTV or side-by-side parts, rrrutvshop.com. Don't have any parts on there right now, unfortunately. I'm working on that hard, believe me. There's a form there. You can email me. I can get you set up with a lot of the good brands that I'm working with. So appreciate you guys' support in this matter, as always. We'll see you in a couple days.